Jamie, you're not a politician. You reek of desperation, and they can smell it. They will pull you, they will twist you, and they will tear you into tiny pieces.
Jamie has a certain moral code, in a sense, usually to do with his family and what you do to be a part of your family and supportive. And when Rainwater and the governor come with the idea of being funded by Thomas Rainwater, although in any legitimate sense it would be an okay thing to do since he has to fight for his political life. And as important as that is to Jamie, this is the line, because Rainwater, although he may be a good man, is an enemy to the family. There's a line there that Jamie just can't cross.
Holding the office requires honor, integrity, tempering every act with wisdom. Running for office requires none of those things. It is a zero-sum game, and winning is the only thing that matters.
She wants Jamie on board. It's a bit of a manipulation, but I do think she believes in Jamie.
It's a moment he realizes that if I do this, I am forever out of my family. And I don't think Jamie wants to be out of the family.
Unlike John and unlike Beth, he can be manipulated. You know, he's a bit of an outsider.
I think it's an actually very interesting moment for Jamie because we see, although he does questionable things for the ranch and as a person himself, there is some sense of responsibility and I guess decency that he has, which, as Beth tells him, are all the qualities that would make him a terrible politician.
The best politicians are narcissists. The very best should probably be committed. You aren't that.
The Attorney General needs to do my bidding. So she wants him in that position because it's somebody that will do what she needs to do to serve her purposes. She knows how to get to him. She knows that he's practical. She knows he wants to do well and succeed in this world, in this political world.
The Duttons have been involved in this kind of thing with who's who. But there's pressures coming on this governor that didn't fall on previous governors. So it's an interesting relationship.
Politically, I really do think that she thinks he'll be great in that position, but also she can control things a bit.
I remember when you were a rodeo queen, leading a parade on horseback right past this place.
A long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Wow, okay, so now we know more about him and more about her, and you get a sense of how long they've known each other and how well they know each other.
They're two people who have this outward success, biggest ranch, governor, but are both bruised people.
Again, like it's that dance of, you know, well, you did this, so I have to do that, and I'm not backing down, and I'm not backing down.
What matters is you don't fight me on this. But your opponent I choose next.
And so the pack turns on itself.
But, you know, they have this nostalgia at the same time, that happening, and then a flirtation happening. Even though it's kind of like this, somehow there's also at the same time this softness happening.
Both of these people, with all their success, have been hurt. And they find a measure of comfort, pretty carnal, if you will. Both of them understand it perfectly, that it's not something that's gonna be anything other than what it is. And eventually a relationship like that will tear anyway.
Do you think you'll ever fall in love again?
No.
Me neither.
We're not screwing, are we?
So Martin is Monica's physical therapist. He represents a sense of family for her, something that she feels that she's really left behind.
Ever been to an Indian relay race?
When I was young.
That's my passion.
Sounds like a good way to need physical therapy.
Yeah, only if you fall off.
He's so perceptive and really understands what's going on with her more than she does. And I think Martin is such a distraction for her.
It's incredibly difficult, and it's very obvious in the scenes and how they all play out. But it, you know, and it takes some like healing.
Oh, she's so in love with Casey, but she really wants him to take responsibility for his actions and for their family. She wants him to choose them.
But it becomes clear why that there's some distance between the two of them.
You're working for your father.
Well, you told me to leave.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling you to leave and you keep doing it. What you're supposed to do is fight for the life that you want.
That's not what you asked me to do.
Stop it!
It's a difficult place for him to be in, and why his dad isn't with us or with him in the apartment. You see that last season too, of that you have to choose a side, which is hard, and that his parents feel that way as well.
Well, the Beck brothers are an outfit, I guess, that you might consider mob-like.
It's as if they come from a Scorsese movie or something. They're really gangsters in a sense.
Yeah, they've come in and they've raised the DEF-CON level, if you will.
A 400-room hotel 30 minutes from the national park. Who the fuck is Dan Jenkins?
When I was reading their characters in the script, I said to Taylor, I said, I really like these guys. And Taylor said, that's really troubling.
I love Neil and Terry. God, Neil's so scary. I mean, he plays such a great bad guy.
It's great that Taylor writes to both of us, and to have that as actors and characters in a play like this, it's really fantastic because it always keeps it moving. It always keeps it different and fresh.
They try to enter the picture to have some influence, to at least get a big piece of the pie, if at all possible, from the developments of the partnership that Dan and I have with the casinos. And they're very brutal. They're cold-blooded. They're ruthless.
I'm a businessman. Here's my business. Let's play by these rules. Everyone's doing fine. Let's not rock the boat. And then when the boat starts to rock, he starts to roll.
The scene that comes to mind for me is looking at this model, this beautiful model of this casino and hotel, and there are these cars, and it's slightly childish on Dan Jenkins' part because he takes this car and he starts playing with it. And these guys come in and he's slightly embarrassed, and they compliment the model, and then they start playing with it.
I suggest you find a way to extricate yourself from this deal.
And make a new deal with us. Hell, we'd love to build a casino here.
Which makes Dan completely crazy and infuriates him.
You want to play dirty? Let's play fucking dirty!
I smash the model knowing that these guys are in trouble.
You Jimmy.
I think Taylor has the gift as a writer of dropping you in the middle of a story, not at the beginning. My knowledge of Jimmy starts season 1, episode 1, in the trailer when Rip comes to get him. We meet Jimmy in the middle of his journey, and to go back and sort of piece together where he comes from and what that life looked like is like a huge gift, I think. He comes from a dark place, right? Like the Yellowstone is a dark place, but for Jimmy, it's a beacon of hope, which shows you just exactly how dark Jimmy's past is.
I can't. I don't know how to swim, man. Do you know how to shut the fuck up? He didn't ask you your opinion.
The last thing he wants to do is to have this new life, these new possibilities, this future that he's found be poisoned by his past.
Look at this. Jimmy. You can pay me the money you owe me, motherfucker.
And so to have these characters from Jimmy's past nipping at the edges of his future, I think, is a really terrifying thing for him.
Go back inside!
Once that Pandora's box is open, he can't close it again. He can't just pretend.
Fuck you!
He can't go back to life before the hardware store to a certain extent.
You got it? Go here. Keep your face away that way.
3, 2, 1, try.
Jimmy, close your eyes!